It feels good to be back! And these are the top 5 reasons why Mortal Kombat will kick ass!
Reason number 5. Gameplay changes. Mortal Kombat has given what the fans have been asking for. It's return to a 2D fighting environment, and I'm glad that all the sidestepping nonsense will be gone. I don't enjoy fighting on a 3D plane as much as I do when I go old school. That's a huge part of it. It's a return to the nostalgic feeling of MK2, MK1, and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. It levels the playing field without nerfing the pros, making the game instantly more accessible. There's also some major changes to the way fighting works. There's now a button for each limb. Combos are then executed by chaining regular attacks and special moves, one after the other, making it easier to unleash fury in new ways rather than having to memorize a set dial-in combo. Both of these changes make this the fastest Mortal Kombat yet, and it brings a lot of deep gameplay for those that will dig for it, but it will also be easy to improvise and execute combos for beginners.
Reason number 4.
Tag Team Mode. The addition of Tag Team Mode found in other popular fighting games makes its way to Mortal Kombat. This isn't just some thrown-in mode. It can completely change the way you play the game. You swap out your character strategically. You perform tag assists, which are special moves that your second character can execute and fire off while you're still fighting. Or tag attacks that have your second character stay in the fight after that assist. I'm so glad that Mortal Kombat finally added this in a very real way. I'm already thinking of which tag team duo would be unstoppable.
Another thing you might also notice is that we have a meter at the bottom where you can do some serious damage between one another. One of the things we can also do is the X-ray. Now this gets you down and dirty into the game, and it shows, and that's what we wanted to do. Oh, here we go.
Reason number 3.
The extras. A big part of why Mortal Kombat has been so successful is because of the insane amount of extras that they put forth time and time again. New modes, hidden unlocks, and all sorts of goodies. This game is no exception. In fact, they've ramped it up to a whole new level. Test Your Might returns with 3 new additions. Test Your Sight, Test Your Strike, and Test Your Luck.
As they would come up, they would randomly pick different modifiers, who you would fight, who you would be, and these modifiers were just exposed elements like, flip the screen upside down, double damage. And what happened is, when we implemented this, people were so excited about it that it ended up spawning off its own separate mode in the game.
Sometimes it was fun stuff, some kind of humor. It's like there's a mission where Melina made a teddy bear and she's trying to give it to Scorpion and he doesn't want it, and so you fight.
We had this concept of our shooting gallery missions, and you're fighting against a seemingly infinite amount of enemies.
Then there's a huge challenge tower with over 300 events for you to go through, tweaks to the fighting engine, fun endurance and skill tests.
My favorite mission in the tower is one called Orange You Glad I Came, and it's you play as Scorpion and Sub-Zero versus a certain boss character, and he starts out orange, and he starts flipping colors between orange and blue. And you can only damage him when he's orange as Scorpion, and when he's blue, you can only damage him as Sub-Zero. And then, of course, if you make it all the way to Challenge 300, there's going to be a major reward for you to get that far. It'll be very difficult to get, but it's very worth it.
You'll earn coins in these modes to unlock items in the crypt. And if that wasn't enough, there are actual tutorial modes in the game that teach you both how to do fatalities in the Fatality Trainer and how to actually play the game. These are real tutorials, not just free play modes where you're left to your own devices to figure it out on your own. Mortal Kombat 9 is anything but bare bones, and I'm extremely thankful that they actually care enough about their franchise to put in all of these extras for us.
The name of the mission is Endgame, and I can't wait to see what happens with that.
Reason number 2.
Online King of the Hill mode. If this turns out to be true, we'd have a built-in Spectator Mode. Hello, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, this is the way you do it. We don't want to just stare at two cards humping each other, we want to watch the fight. This can be a way to regulate and hold site tournaments, something I'd love to do with my fans and the players at Blistered Thumbs. If you look at this trailer, in this short bit you'll see at the bottom of the screen all the little avatar fighters. Sub-Zero is creating a little ice storm, somebody else is pointing at the screen. These are all people waiting in line to fight in the next match. This is how you do online fighting.
Reason number 1.
It is nothing, Liu Kang. The tournament begins.
Only one fight remains. Face me in Mortal Kombat.
Story mode. A fresh start for MK. You gotta admit, things were getting kinda convoluted in the MK storyline. More and more throwaway characters were being added, like Dramin and Suhao. And old favorites were being changed completely. This gives Ed Boon's newly formed NetherRealm Studios a fresh start with a mountain of content to pull from. The story has Raiden send a message back in through time to his past self. The story will be a retelling of the original trilogy in an alternate timeline.
To face his killer.
You are not Sub-Zero.
I am his family and clan. I fight for his honor. Fight!
From this, we're gonna get a unique perspective, and I can't wait to see these characters go through their fated story arcs and see how they might change. For example, did you know that Noob Saibot is actually the original Sub-Zero? The one that Scorpion hated so much? He's been reborn back from the dead in much the same way Scorpion himself has. Yet as far as I know, these two have never really met again in their current forms. So I hope we get something there. It makes the mythos that I love so much new and interesting again, as anything can happen, starting from the beginning. Perfect. Coming full circle. That is flawless victory.
And I'm taking you down, I'm taking you down, I'm taking you out, I'm taking you out, and I'm taking you out for dinner.
It's also said that there is 2.5 hours of cinematic story content. That's not including the in-game cutscenes between characters.
He was busy hitting me in the face.
Each character will have an intro and an outro that are dynamic based on who you're fighting and if you ended with a fatality or not. Don't take my word for it, listen to it directly from Hector, one of the designers for the game.
Our story mode, we have like over 2.5 hours of just cinematic content. That's not even counting the real-time scenes and the fighting in it. You know, that's a long experience. I mean, there's just a lot of things in this game that I still enjoy playing to this day, and I think fans will be really into it when they get it.
I think you're right, Hector. We'll just have to wait and see. Stay tuned for our review. I'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show.
And most of all, in order to win, he's willing to fight dirty.